Hey, what's up guys, BoHD here, and back at CES 2023 earlier this year, there were a sea of companies with booths full of various battery packs, generators, and power stations, but one company that stood out to me was a company called Runhood. They're a relatively new company based out of Walnut, California that makes fully modular power stations like this one called the Runhood Rallye 600 Pro power station. And what sets this power station apart from the others are its hot swappable batteries that can be inserted and removed without your devices ever losing power. Each individual battery pack can also work independently when paired with one of the AC or USB modules, and the power station itself can be charged up via the included solar panels. Now, as a disclaimer, Runhood did send out this power station for review because I expressed interest in the unit back at CES earlier this year, but I'm not being paid for this review, nor did I sign any contract telling me what I can and cannot say about this product. Everything that I tell you in this video is going to be based off my experience and what I have researched on my own. That said, I was really excited when they reached out because I am building a camper trailer that could really benefit from a charging station like this. I've got the Coleman gas stove and even a kitchen sink, but I could really use a portable power station to power all sorts of appliances that would make living off the grid all the more enjoyable. And spoiler alert, it really has done that. In fact, it might be the best hashtag van life battery station on the market based on my experience. I actually just got back from a camping/climbing trip up in northern Washington. I brought this along with me and it served great. It allowed me to actually grind coffee, fresh coffee in the morning, and make a nice little pour over, which was really, really cool. But more on that later. Before we get to that though, let's take a look around the device. The Rallye 600 features a super clean and pretty simple design with a massive handle on top, sort of like a Jackery, and nothing of real significance on the sides. The front is where all the ports and the buttons are for turning this thing on and off. For output ports, we have 2 AC output ports, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, 2 DC 12-volt ports, and a 12-volt car port. And to charge this power station, you can use a USB-C cable, a 12-volt car charger, standard AC 180-watt charger, or a 15 to 23-volt solar panel. We have a smart display that gives you all sorts of information like the charging percentages and an LED flashlight. That's pretty cool. The back of the unit is where you'll be able to pop out the hot swappable batteries and replace them as needed. And then the bottom features some rubber legs. And that's really about it. I'll place a link to all the technical specifications down below in the description, since I'm not going to go over every single technical spec, but I will talk about some of the most noteworthy features, one of which is how this battery station has a total of 768 watts of USB power, which means that it can actually charge about 6 high-end MacBooks at 100 watts each, and another half dozen tablets and cell phones simultaneously at full charging speed. That's how powerful it is. And no, I was not able to really test all of that out because quite simply, I don't have that many MacBooks with me. Now that is USB power. What about AC power? So you can power some of your appliances or your gaming consoles. So it was able to power my coffee grinder just fine, which is really cool to use while camping. It was able to power an electric hot water kettle, although it used about 5% of power to get only a few cups of water boiling. I guess that's not too bad. It didn't work with an 8-quart Instant Pot, nor did it work with my Breville espresso maker, but that's sort of to be expected. It was able to power a PS5 for about 2.5 hours, which was really cool. It could also power a Mac Mini. So between the gaming consoles and the Mac Mini, it's giving me all sorts of really cool, crazy ideas for gaming setups for my camper build, which I'm currently working on. Feel free to give me a follow over at BoHD on Instagram if you want to see some reels on that setup or setups when they are ready. I'm looking forward to it. Now, the AC power inverter that can attach to one of the individual modules is great to have, but it is only 80 watts, so it's not going to be able to really power too much. It did work with my coffee grinder, which was great for camping. It also would be nice to have for a light or a small fan or something. Maybe it could come in handy for charging some drone batteries or camera batteries. They also have a module full of USB ports that'll probably be way more useful for you. The cool part is that these just, snap on and pop off to the battery packs with ease. Pretty cool, if you ask me. You will notice the fans do kick on when you're using them, but when using the power station and when using the individual power packs, they really weren't too loud at all. Another tech reviewer that reviewed this power station clocked them in at about 51 decibels for this guy. When it comes to actually charging up the power station with 2 battery packs inside, it'll take about 4 hours from empty to full via the standard wall charger, about 6 hours via a car charger, and 3 hours with solar charging, but only under ideal conditions such as in direct sunlight. That said, if you use a 100-watt power delivery charger and are able to plug in a DC charger with 170 watts, you'll be able to get about 300 watts of simultaneous combined AC and DC charging that can charge this puppy up in just about 2 hours, which is really, really cool. Now, living in the Pacific Northwest, I haven't had a ton of ideal conditions to test the solar panels, but what I would like to do is fix the solar panels to the top of my camper so it can charge my power station while I'm driving around, going from one camp spot to another or just one destination to another, or maybe even when I'm just parked and not going anywhere. It'd still be nice to have them up there collecting power. I think that would be really, really cool and inspiring, and I think that that's something that I'll probably share on my Instagram when it's done. So another plug for my Instagram at BoHD. That said, the carrying case for these solar panels is very clean and simple. There's a kickstand for the panels and a zipper pocket for the charging cables, and the panels do fold out accordion style. They also included this adapter to use the solar panels to charge up the individual battery modules separate from the power station, which is a really nice addition. Okay, so what do I like about this power station? Quite a lot, actually. The hot-swappable modular batteries are by far my favorite part. They're kind of the defining feature, and rightfully so. I went on a climbing trip last weekend, and I popped out one of these batteries, and I used it as a portable battery pack to charge my iPhone. And while, yes, it is bulky, and it barely fits in my backpack with the AC adapter module plugged on there, it's still super convenient to have. I definitely really enjoyed having it. The power station was able to also make it so I could grind fresh coffee in the morning, which is just, again, really, really cool to do while camping. And the overall build with the handle and the bright orange color is very functional and fairly rugged, I would say. It could be a little bit more rugged, give me a little more confidence in tossing this thing around, but overall, not too shabby. I also like how the screen recalibrates based on the charge level of the individual batteries, which again are hot swappable, so that helps me know exactly how much power is available here. As for dislikes, there's not really a ton that I don't like about this unit. There's just some suggestions for improvement. So for example, the AC and USB modules for the individual battery packs, they're super useful, but I'd like to be able to see more modules available. I think it'd be really, really neat to see a module for jump starting a dead car battery, so I don't have to carry around a separate battery pack dedicated just for doing that, or even just big, bulky jumper cables. I don't want to have to carry that around with me. And then generally, I just worried that the connectors here will get damaged when you insert and slam them into the battery pack, or slam the battery packs into the power station, especially if you do that the wrong way, or maybe if dirt and debris get inside the unit or inside the connector here, they could render them useless. That wouldn't be good. So maybe some just extra little flaps or precautions would be good to see in future versions of this. That said, though, they do have these little arrows that they've added to help make sure that the battery packs are oriented correctly, and there are some rubber covers included that can be inserted when a battery module isn't plugged in. So that is good to see. Now, a power station of this caliber is definitely not going to be cheap. However, considering you get 1,200 watts of peak power with 2 additional hot swappable batteries and you get solar panels, the sale price of, drumroll please, $1,100 is actually quite appealing in my opinion, especially when you consider the full retail price is $1,700. I mean, if you just look around for power stations similar to this, you're going to be looking at several $100s, if not, $1,000 to close to $2,000 for a power station like this. So $1,100 with everything that's included, not too bad of a deal. So this is going to be my van life camper battery for the foreseeable future because of just how capable and versatile it is. For a relatively new company, I think Runhood makes a very compelling offer and is a serious competitor to the bigger brands out there like Bluetti and Jackery, to name a couple. I'll place a link in the description of this video to order the Rallye 600 Pro power station. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please let me know in a comment down below. That said, thanks Runhood for sending this over for review. I really enjoyed testing it out, and I look forward to using it some more in my future camping and climbing trips. That said, I'm Bo HD from Slash.tv. Thanks for watching. I'll see you right back here in the next one. See ya.